Hello, everybody. We are live and ready to continue with our second episode of Book of the Dead, our Alien RPG playthrough using Free League Publishing's rule set, which so far I've been pretty happy with. I mean, I know we haven't really done much yet. We haven't gotten into combat or anything really too complicated, but you guys are following along pretty easy, right? Like, nobody's lost on the rules at all. It's pretty simple.
No, pretty simple.
Yep.
Right now.
Can't wait for panic.
Well, speaking of panic, it reminds me to get my background audio going. And shout out to Tabletop Audio, because this track Nostromo is on point.
Oh, that's freaky.
Like, you'll hear it. There it is. I don't know if it's... I'm not good at picking out woodwind instruments, but I think there it is. That, like, da 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 da. I think it's like either clarinets, maybe, or oboe, perhaps.
Clarinet.
I'll have to see if I can hear it, because I'm the oboe expert.
Do you play?
I did for a long time. It's been quite some time since I have, but I played it for a long time.
It sounds like a clarinet. Oboes are a little lower.
Mm-hmm.
There's all
It's
sorts of different kinds.
It has like a kind of stereotypical like Egyptian sound. So if you ever hear wind instruments in Egyptian music, a lot of times it's either oboe or clarinet.
Does oboe use a double reed?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And they're expensive as shit.
Most instruments are
It's
in
like-
general.
Like this long of a piece of cork, and then a similarly long piece of two reeds about this wide that are like that make like a I don't even know how to, like a sort of a weird shape, like in the center is like that, and it's very easy to break. Very easy to break. Having broken many of them.
Whoops.
This is why I was glad I played the violin, because I didn't have much to break except the actual instrument and the string.
In school, the only instrument that I ever played was trombone, and that was in like 4th and 5th, a little bit of 5th grade, I think. I ended up trading in my trombone years later for a guitar. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was like
I
a
did not.
standard. Here's a better one, which probably the younger ones didn't get. But anybody my age or thereabouts, do you remember in gym class and phys ed having to do country line dancing or square
Yes.
dancing?
We had to do that too.
Yeah.
I actively refused every single time. I was like, send me to the fucking office. I'm not doing it.
Did you have a yo-yo guy show up?
Oh my god, the yo-yo guy, yeah.
We
Like
didn't have a
once a
yo-yo
year?
guy.
No, we weren't lucky enough to have a yo-yo guy.
Yeah.
Occasionally we'd get like professional wrestlers back in the day.
Oh, that's
Hacksaw
awesome.
Jim Duggan, because he's from around here, generally. And Big
never
John
get that.
Studd.
They refused to do it, even though it was Northwest Indiana. We tried.
Oh, and Bob Backlund came to my high school once.
Really?
Yeah. I was hoping I could get a picture of me putting him in the cross-face chicken wing, but couldn't get close. Just couldn't get close. Couldn't lock it in. But
Okay,
anyway.
good picture to see Thauglor do-si-do.
Yeah, never happened. That picture doesn't exist. Because I think I know what a do-si-do is. Is that like when you walk around each other, but like you keep your backs to each other sort of thing? Or is that when you hook your elbows together?
I want to say it's hooking elbows, but I'm not sure.
Time to head to Google.
I'll check with my local regional line dance champions.
Yeah.
I should check with
wouldn't know.
Alec, because he used to go line dancing with his grandmother, who would travel to line dancing and square dancing competitions.
hey, it's a big deal for some people. I just hate it.
It was.
And that's fine. Like, I don't begrudge them their joy. I just don't want anything to do with it. So, also, quick shout out to Libris for coming correct with the Verena branded hat.
Oh, shit, yeah. Look at that.
That's fucking awesome, man. Really rounds out the character. Really rounds out the character.
Okay, so from what I can find of a video on YouTube of what a do-si-do is, you put your like hands on your hips like this, and you basically do a square facing forward the whole time, like step back.
Right, that's what I meant.
Side,
okay.
forward, back. Yeah, you make a square. But
Okay.
like this.
Also, there's no way you can expect somebody like me to do that and not send somebody to the hospital. Like, I have 3 left feet, and they are constantly stepping on each other.
And then when they say swing your partner, you're gonna like just fucking yeet them to the next planet.
Mm.
Yep. Hit him with the Ultimate Warrior Gorilla Press Slam. Hailing from parts unknown. So, speaking of parts unknown, let's get into the game. So, where we started off our last session, you were transporting luxury goods, fine lumber, and things like that for a pretty good distance across the galaxy. Your destination point was basically like, if we put it in 40k terms, it would be basically like a paradise planet. It's really just... It checks off all the boxes for human habitation, so that's kind of a rarity to begin with. You know, having good gravity, good atmosphere, access to water, things like that. And it, you know, you were basically transporting lumber that was going to be used to make, you know, a hunting lodge, essentially, for the big wigs up at the company. So, kind of odd that, you know, that something like that, that's obviously important to the decision makers... at least a little bit anyway, would be interrupted. But interrupted you were. Sent instead to POL-5362.01, Ares Outpost. As your ship scientist knows, that's kind of like the Siberia of Weyland Yutani scientists. Like, the people who get sent there, they've messed up. Maybe not to the point of firing them outright or having them arrested, whatever, but it's kind of like where the screw-ups get gathered up to be forgotten about. You know, maybe you'll redeem yourself, but probably not. And as you arrived on planet, you found a few things quite out of order. Before you even got into the atmosphere, you were unable to get any connection to the surface. You were able to discover why as you breached the atmosphere and kind of closed in on the location. You saw that the whole communications array, the massive satellite dishes and radio towers, were just all completely dark. Not even emergency lights running, which is extremely odd. And then you landed on the docking platform, which connects to Ares Outpost. And Ares Outpost is actually a submersible research facility. It's kind of like, you know, the layout of it is kind of like more like a space station. So like Deep Space Nine would be a good parallel to this, as, you know, it kind of is a tower, more or less, more so than it is what you would think of as like a submarine. So this is one of many docking stations for it around the methane ocean. And you've landed, completely abandoned on the surface. Few traces of chicanery, shenanigans, perhaps violence. You did find blood splatter. And then your brave captain made his way inside via maintenance hatch, unable to open the large cargo doors that would lead further into the docking station and then ultimately into the outpost itself. And as he took a look around with his high beam flashlight shining it down, found impaled on a yellow hazard light around the edge of this elevating platform was a synthetic surrounded by other mangled synthetics. And as you shone the light over it, it screeched to life and began swinging its arms and legs wildly. And that's right where we are going to pick up. So, just for point of order, Captain.
Yep.
I did give you a point of stress for that, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Got one.
I was pretty sure I did, just wanted to make sure. So, before we go to the captain, I would like to talk to Dr. Doctor. Well, both of the doctors.
Only one of the doctors is there. The other doctor is, I think, on the ship with me.
Right. Yes, thank you. So actually just Dr. Niles then. So Dr. Niles, you're back in your laboratory and you've got the captain's vitals up on the screen, and you notice like a sudden spike in his vitals, like as he experiences that stress, that panic. So you know something's happened. You're not getting like a live camera feed or anything like that, but you can read his vitals like, oh, he just got scared.
Okay. Everything all right?
And that's where we'll switch to the captain. Your doctor radios in as you kind of... And just as he's radioing in, the impaled synthetic spasms a few times. White blood pouring out of its mouth, and kind of slowly relaxes. Perhaps finally critically injured, destroyed, however you would scale that with a synthetic. No longer in operating capacity. And just to refresh, what did you say, Tripp?
I asked if everything's all right.
All right's a strong word. Hold on, give me a moment. Just saw something freaky.
Ah, your vitals spike.
Yeah. My heart's racing a mile a minute right now. So, I'm at the cargo elevator, and at the bottom, there was an impaled synth that made a freaky yell, and it looks like it passed out dead or whatever.
And so at the bottom of this kind of widened shaft, so it is in essence an elevator shaft, but imagine if the walls around the elevator were pushed quite a bit further out. So it's, there's an elevator, guide beams and things going all the way up to the top for the cargo elevator. But there is a pretty good amount of space around that. And you can see down there at the bottom, it's just a wash in white synthetic blood. And you see arms, legs of synthetics just kind of torn off and laying at the bottom of this shaft.
What do you mean there's a dead synthetic down there?
I didn't stutter. There's multiple dead ones, actually.
So,
From what? They didn't die of a heart attack?
If you could see what I see, you wouldn't be asking all these questions. So come on down.
The agent does not go down.
What's it impaled on?
Looks like a piece of the elevator. Could be part of the wall, I don't know. Just a metal thing?
Basically, on each corner of this elevator platform, it's got like railings around it, and at each corner is that yellow kind of almost police siren type warning light that spins. So that's what's protruding through it, is one of those lights. It's not like on a long, it's not like a
Gotcha.
lamppost per se. It's, maybe a foot and a half before the actual light assembly. So, a little parallel to the first Alien film. Little nod there. Chest burst. Blah. But Thog did it his way.
Would our spacesuits be able to transmit video?
That is an excellent question. Do you know specifically the type of suit that you have, just so I can look it up quick?
Yes, 1 second. I am wearing a Mark 50 compression suit.
Okay.
I'm also looking it up.
Yeah, you might be able to find it faster.
It does have a wireless helm cam.
Okay.
It has a comm unit, a heads-up display, a lateral headlight, and a wireless helmet cam that syncs to any mobile or stationary monitoring system.
Okay. So
I'm going to turn that on.
all right.
Display back to Corky.
So Corky and Dr. Niles are going to take a point of stress as the camera flickers on, and through the grainy banded imagery you can see this just horrible scene. Now, you're almost relieved that you're just seeing synthetics. Like, if these were humans, it would be a truly horrific sight. Just the absolute state that they're in. So, got a few things I want to go through relating to that real quick. First, it may seem out of place to see so many synthetics in the same spot. Just going based off of the media, there's typically a synth in each movie, right? Or other piece of media. It's not unusual on, research stations, things like that, for a lot of synthetics to be used just as extra pairs of hands, maintenance workers, things like that. So I didn't want to give the impression that that's somehow unusual, just the mere fact of so many synthetics in the same place being together. That's not, it wouldn't strike you as odd or out of order. Secondly, Captain, you're seeing this directly. Corky, you've got experience. And the Doctor, synthetic anatomy is different than humans, but it's similar in enough ways that you can all kind of get the same impression viewing this scene, that this is a scene of violence. This wasn't an accident. It wasn't some explosion that ripped all of them apart. This is a tale of violence, to be decoded if you so choose, to find out what happened here. And Captain, as you're scanning around with your helmet, I'll have either you or Corky can roll observation. Whoever's got the higher bonus.
So 1 for me.
You got me beat.
All right. I shall
So-
roll observation.
Roll observation with a
Can I
+1.
help?
Yep, that's the +1.
All right. Oh, I think I might have forgotten to add the +1.
Just roll a d6 then. All right. So you're viewing through his helmet cam. He's scanning the room with his flashlight, and I assume you'd enable your helmet light as well. I think
Yeah, I've
you
got all the
mentioned.
lights.
Yeah.
All the lights.
So pretty quickly, you're able to figure out why it is that you weren't able to open the main cargo door, which would open up to this kind of central elevator platform. And it's shockingly a simple fix. You know, if there's any ounce of relief to be had here, at least it isn't like a great violent mechanical failure that would kind of disable it entirely. It looks like just a wire's been unplugged.
How far away from me is the wire?
Yeah, I'll relay
10
that for sure.
10 feet.
Looks like you just got to reconnect that wire up there. You'll be just fine.
All right, I'm gonna go connect a wire.
Oh, nope, not that wire. Other wire.
This
No,
one?
that's the one. That's the one.
So as you click that connecting cable back in, there's kind of a gentle mechanical hum. And should work now.
I'm gonna go back out, just in case.
All right.
Back out the way I came.
So you crawl up and out, and I gotta remember all the names. It's Butch Bradshaw, right?
That's all right.
You've been working on loading up the various items that have been left at the top of the dock there.
Yep.
So as the captain's coming up and out, you're actually basically back at the ship. And as you're carrying a few of these cases that are marked classified with the red tape, you know, just pure black, otherwise plain cases, Eugene is there to greet you, as he usually is. That's kind of his routine. You know, Jack Russells are smart dogs. He knows his job on the ship. He's ready to check out whatever it is you're bringing on board. And he kind of like cocks his head even as you're carrying these things in, and then just does that kind of what's a good way of describing it? You know, a dog will like whimper but growl at the same time. That like
Yeah.
grumble almost. Kind of
Blue
does
it
it
all the time. Yeah.
Kind of does a quick one of those and then hightails it out of there. Just starts, you know, hightailing it for the cockpit, basically.
Okay. I still load.
All right. Captain, you make your way back up onto the platform and make your way over to the control panel. Hit the button and the doors begin to slowly open. Some
Okay,
hidden
is that fair?
speaker somewhere amidst that, you know, very annoying meh, 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 to, you know, signal warning, hazard.
Do we want these doors open, Captain?
Why wouldn't we? We've got to get the stuff out.
Well, there's a bunch of destroyed synthetics. Someone messed with it. Because you fixed it easy.
They could be gone though, or they
Where
could
the
be.
hell are they gonna go? In the methane?
They could have left into space. They didn't necessarily need to stay on the base. Or they could have been in the section that got blown up. We don't know. We're here to find your top secret stuff for your company.
Just that last thing. That's that last thing I'm really worried about. The rest of it is not necessary. I really just want to find the Arthur unit and get out. That's it.
So,
We don't know how big it is, so we're gonna need the loader, and we're not gonna fit the loader through the maintenance hatch, so we need the door.
allow me to paint a few avenues of advancement here. You got a few problems. You don't have all the cargo. One of the most important, if not the most important thing, is missing, and you have no idea where that is. It's definitely not anywhere around here. I'd say as you were scanning around looking amongst all these synth corpses at the bottom, you would see a good amount of the other items that were on the manifest, but definitely nothing that looks, nothing that has the trademark matte black casing with the bright red tape across it.
And all that stuff's on the elevator?
Not like all of the rest of it, but a good amount of it. It looks like they were in the process of moving things, getting them into position to, transport them onto your ship. When whatever happened.
It could all be on the other side of at the bottom of the elevator shaft. The rest of it could be there, but who knows?
Could be at the bottom of the methane ocean for all you know. Which brings up another problem. You haven't really been able to establish any kind of communication if there's any survivors, because the communications array is down. So that was kind of more of a problem while you were in space. Now, really, all you need to do is hardwire it. You're basically going to hook your ship up to the mainframe of the station, which is a pretty simple thing to do. But that would at least give you, schematics of the station, map layout, that kind of thing. And potentially more information.
That sounds like our best idea. Unless anybody has any other avenues.
I'm on comms with them, right?
Oh yeah. I'd say you're all able to communicate with one another pretty readily.
Then I would just say that I'm inclined to agree.
All right. So would one of you like to...
Me. What am I volunteering for?
You want to roll Comtech?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I actually am pretty good at Comtech.
All right.
If not, I'm really good.
And you will get a +1 to this from Mother.
Sweet. I am actually... Just adds a 1. Does it have to do with the ship?
Not as far as piloting it.
Okay.
Nope, this is a different thing.
Not great.
Why is that 3 yellow?
That's the stress die.
Oh, okay.
The reason why that's important is because if he had rolled a 1 on it, he would have panicked.
Got it.
I never panic.
Using the computer.
Oh my god.
I'd point to all of social media as a retort.
Yeah, we're the same on contact. That's nice.
Yeah, despite your best attempts, you're not able to glean through any of this very fractured information coming through from the other end.
I can't make heads or tails of what I'm seeing here. Maybe somebody else could take a look at it.
Do we have to be on the ship to wire in?
Can you have Mother do it?
I'm gonna ask Mother to do pretty much anything that doesn't
Mother,
require
would you
physical
mind,
form.
Would you mind taking a look at this for me?
Processing.
The die roll.
All right. So Mother is basically going to give you a big chunk of just crunched compiled data. And I'll simplify it. What you learn from Mother is that this outpost, this research station, originally had 8 levels. The 3 lowest ones are gone. You're able to kind of read through error reports and just like cascading error codes and emergency codes, and discover that there was some type of explosion on one of the lower levels, which either destroyed the lower 3 levels or cut them off, and they've now just fallen to the bottom of the methane ocean. The levels that remain are as follows. Let me just find my notes, and I can actually copy pasta. Wait, why did it do that? I don't want that. Alright, so I went ahead and put it in the Roll20 chat. The first level, and this is going from top or closest to the surface to closest to the bottom of the ocean, so numbered from top to bottom. Cargo area. Level 2 is the methane lab and data storage. Level 3 is barracks, admin, and medical. Level 4 is the reactor and engineering. Level 5 is propulsion, the submersible bays, and forward observation deck. And levels 6 through 8 were destroyed or lost. Additionally, Mother finds a single life sign aboard the entire station. It is located on level 3.
Well, I will relay that, assuming that Mother just kind of dumped the data on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, level 3, getting signs of life. There's a single soul survivor on level 3. I recommend getting there ASAP as soon as possible.
Corky, can you find out what was on the lost levels while we're going down?
Sure, I can look into that. Corky Keyman's on the case. And yeah, I'll ask Mother. Hey, Mother, what was on those level 6 through level 8 that were destroyed?
I'm gonna roll for Mother. Oh boy. The 3 lowest levels were all laboratories of various types. So the methane labs were kept separate from the others, probably for obvious reasons. The rest had more to do with biology, the natural sciences, things like that. But there's nothing like that screams like hinkiness or anything weird.
I'll pass that all along.
Thank you, Corky.
Hey, Corky, can you pinpoint where the life sign is on level 3?
Sure thing. Beep, beep, bleep, bloop, bling, bling. And do that.
Life forms.
I'll ping it with the. I don't know, with just my initials. Okay. If I can I choose a custom like blip icon?
How about a custom color? Because remember, retro tech, so customization's going to be pretty low. But I'd say you could have a custom color.
Okay, custom color.
Is it going to be green?
No, it'll be a sky blue.
Understood.
Ooh, we have blue LEDs.
Best you're able to get is it's on the north side of level 3.
Yep, you should see the ping coming through. Remember on the light blue pings, as we've
Alright.
discussed in the past.
Thanks, Corky. I guess we go down to level 3.
So, who is going to go? At this point, I would say between Jules, Ammo, and Libris, the three of you guys would have been able to get the bulk of what was already up there and ready, waiting to go. Especially because you got the power loader. And a lot of this stuff for a power loader is not ultra heavy, so you're kind of able to take multiple things at a time. You know, like when you get back from the grocery store, you're really taking multiple trips to the car. Get the fuck out of here. You brute force it.
I'm a
You
one
brute
guy.
force it, and then
Yeah.
hate yourself after for doing it.
Hmm.
With your numb white fingers.
Who needs circulation?
Who needs a circulatory system anyway?
I cheat and use the handles on my canes.
That's actually brilliant.
I'm going to ask Corky and Dr. Niles if they want to come.
I don't know. Do you think it's important that a pilot stays back on the ship, just in case?
Yeah, that's what we decided then. We might have changed our minds.
Yeah.
I mean,
Captain, I can go down with you, but I saw that there's a loose cable on this crane, the loading dock crane. I was thinking about fixing it, but I mean, I can do it later. Depends on.
yeah, I think we get down there, see what we can see, get it on the elevator and bring it up, and then worry about
Alright.
the crane when we find everything.
So all hands on deck then?
It's up to the doc if he wants. It's up to you guys if you want to come. You can have the ship in standby and have Mother make it ready for a quick getaway if needs be.
Oh, you're the captain. You give me the orders.
I wouldn't be able to give him any access to the armory, would I?
Well, you're the captain, so it's really up to both you and the agent, because it's a double key system. You each have a key. And they have to be used in tandem.
Aren't all our suits in use anyway?
I
Are
don't
they?
think so.
I had one on my own.
I know
so
some of
mine-
you had a suit as part of your character creation,
Yeah,
and
I
then
did.
the ship
Yeah, I did
also
too.
had 2 or 3 suits.
The
Yeah,
ship had
oh.
3 suits and 2 are in use, so 1 more can come down unless someone has their own suit.
Do I have my own suit? I don't
I
think
have my own suit.
I have my own suit also.
Yeah, I don't think Ammo does, and I don't.
So there's one suit.
Correct.
Oh, dang, I forgot about a +2 to Comtech that I get.
No.
Oh well.
I'll remember it next time. All right, so there's 1 suit available. Well, who should go? Wait, did you say Butch Bradshaw? Butch, is that your?
Yeah.
Okay, Butch, did you say you had your own suit?
I do.
Okay, so 2 of us can go, if Butch goes.
Well, there's 1 suit left with everybody who's already down here. So
I
you or
don't
the
have my
doctor
own
can
suit.
come. You or the doctor can come.
I feel like as the pilot, maybe I should stay back on the ship.
Right.
But Captain, it's your orders.
Doctor, would you like to join us, or would you like to stay on the ship?
I think I'd like to stay on the ship.
All right, then I'm going.
Do me
Hope
a
so.
favor.
Yeah,
Swing by my quarters and grab my harpoon gun.
sure thing.
What the fuck?
I know the one. I know the one.
Why do you need a harpoon gun?
Why don't you need a harpoon
Why
gun?
do you have one?
Because I had money.
That's a strange question to ask. Why do you have one? I don't.
I had money and I wanted one.
Okay.
I will swing by his quarters and grab his harpoon gun and, hey, Doc, help me suit up.
Okay.
I'll suit up and I'll go on in.
Everybody going in, lights and cameras enabled.
Sure.
Yeah, if it lets me on these default suits.
Yeah,
If not,
that's fine.
cool. I have a high beam flashlight as well.
So, Dr. Nile? That's your character, Tripp? Sorry, I keep I'm still learning the names. Is that your character, Tripp, Dr. Nile?
Yeah.
Dr. Nile's the only one staying on the ship?
Yep, he gets to watch all the camera feed.
All right, I will make sure that I set it up so that Mother is ready for a quick departure if need be. I'll get all the systems in place before departing.
Okay.
Give my protocol overrides and whatnot.
As Mother's still crunching through this data, she's kind of periodically like giving updates as she discovers things. And another thing kind of stands out to you, Corky, which is that the communications went down just before this explosion. It's like within 30 seconds the two events happened, but the communications tower went dead first. And it was just sudden loss of connection. There was no error code, like cascading error codes like there was from the explosion on the station. Over at the comms area, it just went dark like that. And just, repeated
Interesting.
failure to reconnect, failure to reconnect, failure to reconnect, and
Of course,
continuing till now because it keeps trying.
I'll of course relay that all to everyone.
Just gonna stand fast and wait for Corky to get there.
And Butch, you're coming too?
Yep.
Sweet. Butch and Corky, the dynamic duo.
Okay.
I think it's safe to say I'm no longer in my loader, right?
Well,
I would say
that's
bring it.
that's a good question because there is still quite a bit of cargo left to load, at the bottom of the elevator shaft.
Okay,
So
I can bring it onto the shed. Is it like a cargo elevator that I can easily
Yep.
bring this thing onto?
Mhm.
Okay, then I'll do it. Yeah.
I'll wait till he's done with that so we can go down together.
So everybody going down, are you all riding the elevator down or taking the maintenance and then scaffold, basically?
Oh, right. The power loader is the mech suit thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it's the big red thing Ripley fought the alien queen with.
I don't know, what do you think would be best, Butch?
Oh, I'm taking the elevator. I'm
Well, can I join you in the elevator?
sure.
All right, sweet.
I'll take the
Elevators are
elevator.
awesome.
I'm gonna take the side passage. I want to see what happens to the elevator on the outside.
All right, so elevator comes to the top. Synthetic corpse is still hanging off of it, motionless. And you can tell the weight of it is kind of it's not a smooth ride up because of the way this synth corpse is kind of hanging. It's kind of dragging it askew ever so slightly. It's not like on the verge of catastrophic failure, but it is making, that kind of mechanical complaint as it rises to the top. So, question is, do you wrench it free or leave it there?
If I can reach it with the loader, I'll snatch it up.
Yep, easily done. You kind of gently clamp your arms around it to avoid ripping it to shreds and maneuver it upwards. It kind of protests slightly as you lift it off and spill more synth guts along the way, but you manage to achieve your goal without too much trouble.
Okay.
So everyone except for Dr. Niles is going, correct?
I'm gonna put a bullet in its head.
Well, do you want me to hold on to it, or you want me to put it down?
It doesn't matter.
All right. I guess I'll just... Is this like a model I'm familiar with? Are they known to be like dangerous and unpredictable, or is it just like, nah, it's a fucking Roomba?
That's a good question. These are more sophisticated synths, and they're pretty newer, at least as far as you can tell. It's not really your wheelhouse per se. You deal
Okay.
with kind of more macro mechanics than things like synths and what have you, but you know, just from cursory glance, it looks like a pretty stable model.
Okay.
Nothing
Then
you've
I'll
ever
place
heard
it on
of
the ground.
before. But there are kind of a wide variety of synths that you would have come into contact with. So from the movies, you know, those are Weyland Yutani synths, which tend to be very, very human-like, almost, or, you know, in some cases, completely indistinguishable from humans. There are other types of synths that are much more like just dollies, basically. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they don't really have personality. They're just workhorses. Particularly a line called the Working Joe model made by Seekson. And they have like light blue skin. They're very easy to differentiate between them and humans. And those ones are, like I said, mostly just used for grunt work.
Okay. Well, then I'll just place it on the ground then.
Okay. I'll have the captain make an observation roll as you line up your shot.
I just got another panic level. Ain't that a bitch?
Dang, our captain's pretty panic prone.
Our first panic of the game.
Oh no, not panic and stress are different. Never mind. I take that back.
All right.
So what do I gotta roll?
We're going to go through it according to the book.
There's a
Give me one
panic
sec.
handout.
I think that just gives the table for the rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nervous twitch. Oh gosh, catatonic. These are a wide variety of things that can happen.
All right. So now what you need to do is make a panic roll, which is a d6 plus your stress level. So there, I don't know if there's one on the sheet. I think you just roll a d6 and then add whatever your stress level is.
It'd be a 4. Nothing happens.
Let me see.
Does that mean past
Yeah, 1 to 6, you're good.
having 6 stress, you are sort of doomed?
Yes.
Yep.
That's exactly
Okay.
what it means.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
Like I
you
said
get
before,
lucky.
it's a slippery slope.
Got
Stress
it.
makes you better, you know, it makes you more accurate to, or more likely to succeed in rolls because you're rolling extra die. But if any of those end up being ones, you're in bad shape. All right, so you keep it together, drive a bullet right into its head. Pop! Its neck kind of just jerks to the side, doesn't respond in any way.
All right. Now I'll get on the elevator and reload. I don't want that thing freaking out while we're gone and doing something and running to the ship and causing havoc.
Oh,
Fair
okay.
enough.
I was wondering if that was necessary. I mean, we could have asked it some questions or something.
Yeah, I mean, I support whatever you decide to do, Captain.
Well, you still might be able to ask it some questions. It's just going to take some time to get it into a state that it can answer.
Is it worth it though?
There's plenty of other synth heads.
I guess.
Yeah, could you bring one back to the ship quick and we'll plug it into Mother and see what it knows?
Sure, if my hands are free on the way back up.
Yeah, same. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So you all ride the lift down, and there at the bottom you see all these different mangled synthetic corpses. Anyone... Let's see, who's got military experience? I know the pilot and the captain.
I've seen some things.
I can't
Or
remember
never
if
change it.
Butch had or not.
No.
Okay. So between the two of you, one of you can roll wits to see if you can kind of CSI, crime scene investigate, figure out what
I'll do.
happened here.
I've got wits out the wazoo.
All right, I'll help you then.
All right, so wits
All right.
+1. Very nice. So as you're riding the elevator down, you're kind of looking over the edge, and you get a bird's eye view of the whole scene. So even by the time you get down to the ground, you have a pretty good idea of what happened here. You don't see any sign of any injured or humans or anything like that around. You don't see any blood, like human blood, anywhere. It's just all synth blood. To you, it looks like all these synths just killed each other. Like, they just turned on each other, and it was just a total free-for-all.
I'll tell everybody, oh my gosh. Looks like these synths just turned on each other and killed each other. Like a bloodbath, free-for-all. Why would they do that?
Malfunction, maybe?
Maybe.
Everything
lot
you
better.
know about synths, this should be impossible. Like,
To everything I know about synths, this should be impossible.
Feel a lot better pulling that bullet in that one, right?
I don't disagree.
Thanks, Cork.
so, at the bottom, kind of strewn about, and, obviously some piles of things have been knocked over. But you find, like, maybe another 25% of the missing cargo. I'm not going to get into specific numbers. We don't need
Sure.
to do that. It's not important.
All right, I'll start like scraping the bodies off the containers and like pulling it on the elevator.
Do you retrieve one of the more intact corpses?
Sure.
We'll say the one with the best, the one most likely to yield positive information. It's just, we'll say that it's bisected. It's missing from the waist down. So you basically just got
Okay.
torso, arms, head,
So you got Darth Maul.
or Bishop. Yeah, man, Bishop should go.
Mother, I have a question about like gear. Binoculars. It gives me a +2 to observation. Is that only while using the binoculars?
I would say so. And really
Okay.
only in applicable situations. Like, you wouldn't necessarily use it while you're in, looking at something in the same room. That's not really going to help you.
True.
Not like a magnifying glass.
I know. That was why I asked. Okay, thank you.
So while Butch gets to work, getting cargo ready to move, the rest of you are looking around and you see the airlock which leads into the station proper. Basically just a large antechamber, and you can see in the center there's a another elevator. Though this one more, what you would commonly think of as an elevator.
And we're on the second level now, correct? We didn't go down
You're
any
you're
further.
not even in the station yet. This is still the dock.
Gotcha.
Yep,
Gotcha.
you're still in the dock. So the elevator that you see on the other side of the airlock, that would bring you down to level 1 and so on. Or presumably you could just take it straight to level 3.
What do you say?
We need to find that person. See if they
Right
know
to
what
level 3
happened here.
then?
Yeah.
All right, right to level 3.
You make your way into the airlock, and immediately to your left as you walk in, there's another mangled synth sitting again, kind of slouched against the wall. And it slowly turns its head to look at you as you enter the room. And it's just white blood pouring from its mouth and one eye kind of flickering, eyelid fluttering as its eyes kind of lacking focus, move independently like a chameleon as it kind of slowly turns its head.
I'm gonna walk towards it, but I'm gonna have my gun in my hand.
Its left arm is gone at the elbow, and its right arm is just kind of hanging limp on its lap as it sits there, legs in front of you, legs in front of it, back against the wall. And it looks it sees you coming and observes you, but doesn't display any aggressive behavior. It doesn't really move anything except its head.
I'm gonna ask it what happened.
It kind of like jerks its head slowly back and forth, almost like you can kind of almost hear the hard drive spinning if it had one. And it just looks at you as its eyes kind of come into focus and both look directly at you. And it says, as white blood continues to pour from its mouth, "The trick is in the timing." And then its head just bobs forward and white blood pours out of its mouth. Falls inert.
The trick is in the timing, he said.
I have no idea what that means.
Does that mean anything to the corporate agent?
Nothing in particular.
All right.
Fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dr. Niles, you detect not quite a stress spike, but looks like they saw something. You kind of check the screens and you're looking through the monitor and you hear what this synth says. It doesn't really mean anything to you, but in your experience with synths, even when they say something that's somewhat nonsensical, it definitely means something. You know, it's something you should probably take note of. Even if it's like one of those things that even if it doesn't make sense to you now, it might in context later.
I'm gonna be the chair guy and just like taking note, like watching all the screen.
The voyeur. I'm gonna take a look around and see if there's anything else.
And Mother Dr. Niles is going to give you another little bit of information. Because of the explosion which knocked the lower 3 levels off of this, the whole station and dock assembly is kind of off kilter, and that's why those engines that hold the dock stable were working at like 100%. Essentially, the weight of the ship on the docking platform is enough to cause it to run hot. So the longer that the ship stays there, the more likely of mechanical failure, or you're just burning through emergency power.
Okay. Hello, Captain.
Yeah, what's up?
I think the ship being on the platform is making the station burn through its power.
How long do we have? Do you know?
Mother, how much longer is there left for power?
Approximately 4 hours, 32 minutes.
Oh, tons of time.
4.5 hours.
That is not a lot of time.
All right, so we got 3.5 hours to get the hell out of here.
3.5 hours. That's not very much time.
I'm
You-
not gonna make it 4.
You set a little timer on your watch?
Yep.
I set one on mine as well. Like beep boop pop beep boop beep boop boop. 3.5 hours.
Check out some of the OG Alien watches. They're wild.
What are they, Timexes?
I think they're Seiko.
Yeah, I think Seiko.
Nice.
They had like big, gigantic, chunky buttons on them. Dual screen sometimes. It was wacky.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of documentaries about like the original Alien movie, especially like the fucking lengths that production team went to make that absolute masterpiece. You got to give it up to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like those motherfuckers worked hard to put out that product, man, and boy was it worth it.
Oh shit. So the watch that I have is one of the double watches.
Yeah, the classic Casio F91. With the little calculator on it.
Yeah, I remember that watch.
Yeah, it was a status symbol back in the day, man.
Mm-hmm.
They reissued
here's their
it
Seiko.
like
Here's their
10
Seiko
years
one.
ago. Yeah, the Seiko they reissued.
Yeah, the Seiko's the one that I remember them because it had like a big. I thought it was like a battery chamber, but apparently it's just for buttons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I think they thought like in if you're an astronaut in 0G, like the regular spring on a button wouldn't work right, so they invented that fucking thing. I guess I don't know.
Huh. Makes sense.
I posted the watch.
Mm-hmm.
Discord.
All right.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, look at that dual face.
So moving forward, who's doing what? Butch, are you remaining behind with the power loader to finish loading up the remaining equipment?
Yep. I'm on
Or
radio.
cargo, rather?
Yep.
All right. Will the rest of you be venturing forward?
Yes,
We must
mother.
find Arthur.
Okay.
I'm right here.
Currently, the elevator's been shut down. Pretty standard for catastrophic damage. The elevator's just gonna emergency shut down. This can be overridden with a successful comtech roll. So whoever would like to roll it that's there may do so with a +1.
I can do it if you don't want to.
I would
Joey.
love to do it because I have my +2 to Comtech as well as the
Okay.
+1 that Thog is given. So
What's your total roll? Because I get, between wits and comtech, I get a 7 plus the 1 is an 8.
Same.
okay, well your roll might be better than mine.
Yeah, we'll
I have a
let
2
somebody else have a shot at it.
Yep. Yeah,
Joel-
go for it.
Go ammo.
All right, Ammo, go for it.
I don't mean to hog all the Comtech rolls.
Maybe that's what
You
you're really
Comtech
good
him, bro?
at. Oh my god.
Nice. And with a
Yee.
If she gets
within
any
within a
fucking
minute,
weird shit.
you've overridden the emergency code and unlocked the elevator, and it slides open.
Boop, 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 boop,
Just gonna
This-
side-eye
She gets a
doctor.
stunt too.
boop.
She gets a
Uh,
stunt for that? Nice.
Anytime you roll more than one success, you get a stun. So I just got to
She
look
can
up.
take a. Yeah, I already got it up. She can
Oh.
take a +1 mod to a later skill related to that one. She can basically auto succeed the next one. She can do it faster. She can get new or unexpected information.
I would say that
hide her
doesn't
tracks or
necessarily
show off.
apply.
I'll take the auto succeed. That'd be nice.
Okay.
Just
So-
in case.
Make note of that somewhere, Ammo, whether it's scrap paper, character
It's got to
sheet.
be the wording is you don't need to roll to overcome the exact same challenge in the future.
Right. So if you need to get an elevator up and running in the future, you just say, you know what, I've done this before.
Which we're going to very soon. Okay.
All right. And are you going to go directly to level 3?
I think that's the plan.
That's my vote. Any objections, Doctor? Agent?
No.
Wrong doctor.
And we're on the same page, Captain.
Let me just zoom out a bit so we can all see. And if I did everything right, this should work.
The cat hath stolen my chair.
Well, see, that's where you made the mistake, was assuming that it was your chair to begin with.
She doesn't pay rent.
Yeah, I mean, I'd boot the cat off the chair and move it to your lap or something.
And it's cute.
I'll pick it up and put it on your lap. It'll be fine.
She doesn't
not gonna
like
be
to be
mad
on
at
my
you.
lap.
Well, then she'll get off your chair and you'll have your chair back.
Yeah, but she's cute. I don't want to disturb her.
All
Is
right,
there
so
space on the back?
She's like right behind me.
In all fairness, Ammo is a pretty small person, so I'm sure there's room for her and
Yeah,
your cat.
I'm just sitting on like the very front edge of the chair while she takes up the rest of the back of the chair.
that
Sounds like
sounds
it'd be uncomfortable.
horribly uncomfortable. She's just helping you
wouldn't
work
stand
on your
for that.
core strength.
Mm-hmm. It's forcing me
Good
to have
kitty.
good posture.
That's true. All right, can everybody see the map?
Yes.
Aye.
Excellent. All right. So you get into the elevator. It's a large, like, cargo style elevator. Obviously, it's used for moving large pieces of equipment and things. The power loader could even fit in there, but not with everybody else in there with it. So it is pretty big. Hit the button for level 3, and you begin to descend. There's no windows in it. And you notice that as you're making your way down, the emergency lights in the elevator don't flicker and don't really brown out, but almost. You know what I mean? Like, it's... power's running low.
All right, I've set reminders on my watch or just my device to give me like hour interval, alarms
Nice.
to know like when an hour has passed, just to kind of keep us updated.
Aaron sets one for 3 hours, just in case.
Yep. Well, we were told 3 hours.
We were told 4.5,
Yeah.
but
I want to be on the way out in 3.5. just to be safe.
Right.
All right. So as the light indicates level 3, the doors slide open and reveal a quiet, albeit dark and hazy environment. There's kind of some lingering smoke or haze in the air as you step out of the elevator and take a look around. Emergency lights are very lightly illuminating the hallways. And you can see similar scene to what you saw in the dock. A lot of corpses around, only this time the 4 of you are going to take an additional point of stress, as one of these mangled corpses was definitely human. Just right as soon as you step out.
Another point of stress, dog.
In fact, it looks like this poor soul was just trying to get to the elevator.
Poor guy. I'm gonna check his belongings for anything useful.
He's got a few pens. That's really about it. A few pens, his access card.
Well, I'll take the access card. You never know.
All right. And just to give you a reiteration on the map legend, in this room that you're in to the southwest, this almost XLR input looking thing, that's how I remember what it is anyways. It looks like an XLR input. That's intercom. Here is like maintenance hatch access, the ladder. There is a first aid kit. And the elevator's in the center and opens to the south. So you kind of walk to the south coming out of the elevator.
Where is that blip on the radar pointing us towards?
All you knew that it was to the north.
To the north. All right.
So that
Right
could
up
be
this way.
here. It could be here. It could be
And
here.
what's the star mean?
The star is admin.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the admin area.
Yeah, let's go to the admin area first.
All right.
Hey
Turn.
Joey, how is Corky with guns?
That's a great question. That would be ranged combat.
Yes.
He's got a big old fat goose egg.
So not awesome.
How's your agility?
Agility, he's got a 5.
Ooh.
That's not
Alright.
terrible.
Hang on to the harpoon.
Okay. I'll hang on to the harpoon gun.
All right. So positioning as far as maps in this doesn't really matter. Just move your tokens where you're going to be moving your characters. Just do it kind of one area at a time.
Okay.
So the room you're in would be an area. This hallway would be an area. Up here would be an area. Make sense?
Yeah, we're moving as a cohesive group. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll go down this way. Gonna peer into this room to my right.
Okay. Stop there.
I'm gonna go this way.
Stop there. Corky, as you look into that room, a shrieking synthetic just comes barreling out of that room towards you with a fire axe in its hands.
Whoa!
Can I fire the harpoon gun at it?
We are going to resolve that when we come back from break.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
I chose the wrong side. Eric should have gone this side.
That's okay. I actually have a weapon. I'll back you up.
Sweet. I don't think I even have a weapon. Wait, do I?
You got the harpoon gun.
Yeah, he just handed you
Hey.
the harpoon gun.
So
I
you might
have-
have to add that as a weapon to your sheet so you can use it real quick.
Yep, I should do that.
Maybe. Ranged
Maybe.
combat should suffice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because anything, all the extra harpoony stuff is going to be just extra text anyway. I wouldn't bother with that. All right, so we will find out what happens when we come back from break. Of course, will put on some tunes for you while we are away, and we will
The new
be-
tunes?
Yeah, new tunes.
Nice.
Sweet new tunes. And we will be right back. Y'all getting attacked. Crazy ass synthetic with an axe is coming at Corky from one of these side chambers. As you're making your way up to admin, where this life signal was detected.
I hope I don't die.
So, before we do
Frog did say
anything-
that death is a very rare thing to happen in these games.
Oh yes, very.
But I've got great agility. I can run away with the best of them.
All right. So you should all have a handout called Actions, and that's going to be a big help at least getting started. We're, at least the Sunday Night crew, we're pretty familiar at this point of like the D100 base games. This is very similar to that. You have a fast action, a slow action. You could kind of think of it as like bonus action and regular action, but movement is also factored into one of these two things that you can do. So you can look through the list and you get a general idea of what counts as a fast action, what counts as a slow action. It's pretty straightforward. But before we do anything else, hopefully I set this up correctly. Let's see.
Oh, dang. So mobility and agility are two different things?
That's true.
Wow.
Well, one's tied to the other.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so this is a new thing for me, so don't click anything yet. But somewhere on your screen should have popped up an ammo bird. And if you mouse over it, it's initiative. So hit the draw button. It was the first image that I found that fit the size requirements.
How many cards do you want us to draw?
Just one.
It glitched out on my end, so she is a terrible double chin.
Yeah, I can't.
Same for me. I mean, that's just like ammo in real life, so I don't know.
Did everyone draw a card?
I think I did.
It says that you did on my end. The only one missing is Libras.
Oh, sorry. Like I said, it glitched out. Let me try again.
It's even creepier when I hover over it and like it goes from double chin to like quadruple eyes and double mouth.
Did anything happen? I like dragged it in a bit.
I
Do
don't
you
know.
have an ammo face with a 1 in
Let's
it?
see. Can I do this?
I do.
Oh,
not.
there. I just gave you one.
Oh, okay.
Now, I must have screwed it up, though, because it looks like you all drew 1, which doesn't make any sense. So I must have set that up wrong.
I got some dice. You want me to roll something?
Now, that's how we'll do it. At least for now. Everybody just roll a d10.
Okay.
Wait, Libris isn't even here.
Yeah, I'm still up on the loader, but if you want me to like roll
Yeah.
initiative, that's
Oh,
fine.
Thauglor wants to steal this card from your hand?
Yeah, I don't know how any... I'm trying to get rid of it on the screen, honestly.
Yeah,
Here,
I
let me
said let
click
it.
remove.
Seems very buggy.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I can't remove.
There. Hide. That's fine.
I think you stole my card, and now you have 2 ammo heads.
And yes, even those of you who are not there can roll initiative because you are in contact. So there might be ways that you can assist, do things like that, even though you're not right there. All right. The shrieking synthetic charges at you and swings with its axe.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, but it does. I am
It's
going
okay,
to
I've
roll.
got 3 health. Roll.
See if I hit you.
I don't want to die.
I got you.
I mean, yeah. Do you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Please don't let me die. I'm good for the company.
That harpoon gun, is that like a standard harpoon, like you would use for spearfishing harpoon gun? I'm just curious as to the construction of it. It's just long metal tube that fires a
No,
arrow.
it's the fucking. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I'll tell you what page it is.
Is it like a riveting gun where like a rivet comes out of it?
Yeah, if you got a
Orange juice.
page reference.
It is on page 123, which is not the 127 on the PDF. The Space Sub AS-400 harpoon grappling gun.
Oh, okay, so it's like a pistol. It's not two-handed.
Why do you have that? Famous last words. I bought it because I had the money, and a grappling gun seemed like a good idea.
What?
I know Joey's happy right about now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you'd be able to block an axe with that.
Oh, come on. Can I throw Aaron in front of me real quick? She did say she got my back.
Rude.
You said you had my back.
I am right there with.
Unfortunately, no. Doesn't say anything about throwing people in front of you. So that
What am I
axe
throwing?
is going to slice into your upper left arm. And you are going to take 2 points of damage.
So it brings my health down from 3 to 1.
Correct.
Okay.
What happens when you hit?
And
That is a good question. What happens if like you hit 0 health? You die?
you're incapacitated. There's more things to go through. Because you could just end up like critically injured. But we'll see when we get to that.
It won't happen. Shut up.
All right, so let's see. Let me just write down this order real quick.
I may never dance again.
Let's see. Who rolled the highest? Libris.
It was just who's
Here.
not there.
Your guilty feet have no rhythm.
All right, Libris, you are up. You hear probably sounds of panic through the radio, as something's definitely going on.
Oh. Oh.
All right. I assume this isn't a place I can get down in the loader. I have to like dismount.
You could climb in the loader if you want, now that the elevator's empty. But you
Okay.
don't know you don't know if you're going to be able to really get around in the next area. You haven't seen
Yeah,
that
that's what
yet.
I'm worried about. All right,
And you'll be faster.
Yeah, I'll dismount the loader and I'll start heading my way down.
Okay.
See what the shenanigans are.
Captain, your pilot's under attack. You hear Corky scream out the shrieking of a synth.
Ah!
All right, I want to move around over here, wherever I can be.
Yeah,
Where I
and
can
like I
see
said,
the person.
positioning doesn't super matter as long as it's close enough. I get what you're saying.
Just somewhere over there, and I'm gonna take a shot.
So you're going to
Under your
stay
ass.
at a reasonable range to shoot, correct? You're not going to like point blank try to shoot.
Oh no.
All right. And now we get to go to ranged combat. All right, so go ahead and roll to hit it.
Motherfucker. These damn panic BS. That'll be fun.
All right, so the first thing that we need to do is resolve the panic roll. So go ahead and roll your panic roll.
It's a 5, so I'm good.
So you're good. And you rolled a single success, correct?
Yep. The damage rating of my gun is a 2, I believe. No, it's a 1. Oh, I didn't even add the bonus. I get a +2 bonus to it.
Oh,
Can
you
I roll
rolled
2
two more
D6?
d6. It's all right.
4 and another 6.
You did get another success, so
Yay!
you get a stint.
See what I can do with that.
So, would you like to inflict an additional point of damage, pin down your enemy? I wouldn't apply that here since don't panic. They're not subject to those rules, so it'd be a waste. You can interject your initiative with the enemy.
Can I make it drop the axe?
Yeah.
As your target drops a weapon or another handheld object.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. Shoot the axe right out of his hand.
Yeah,
It takes a damage.
your shot rocks into its shoulder, it drops the axe. Good job. I may not kill one of you yet.
Oh no.
All right, back on the ship, Dr. Niles. You're seeing all kinds of alerts going off. Corky is in some medical distress. I wouldn't say you'd get like a physical damage report, but you'd be able to read his vitals and know that he's losing blood.
Corky, need you to
Yes?
take a deep breath.
My
Now, where are you hurt?
arm. It was hit
Yeah.
with an axe.
How deep?
I don't know, how deep was it?
Pretty deep. I mean, it's a fire axe swung. Good amount of
Pretty
strength.
deep.
And
Should I still be taking deep breaths?
Slow and steady breaths. And take your pelt off and wrap it above the wound, and pull it tight.
Okay, I'll do what he says.
well, his suit's also been breached, so
Oh shit, yeah. My suit's been breached too.
Do you have duct tape?
as they continue to discuss. Corky, it's your turn.
Can I run away?
Yeah.
Would that incur an attack of opportunity?
Let's see. Don't think so.
Then I'm running to the south. Behind Aaron and behind the yellow dot named Amorose.
So I need you to make a mobility roll. Oh, there is
Okay.
an attack of opportunity. Yeah, it's under retreat.
Oh,
Sorry. So if you want to retcon, that's fine.
Oh,
'Cause I
God, yeah, 'cause I'm only
misspoke.
at 1.
Take a shot. Take a shot.
Yeah, can I take a shot with the harpoon gun?
Yes, you can. But that is at engaged range.
Mm-hmm. So close combat? Huh?
No, not close combat. It's still a ranged
Oh.
weapon.
Okay.
And you're injured.
Oh, jeez.
So it'd be ranged combat at -3.
Oh, boy. Here it goes. Ka-chunk.
Nope. Your shot goes wide. Harpoon embeds in the wall.
Sorry. We'll get that harpoon back later.
Anything else you'd like to do? I think you still got a fast action.
Let me remind myself what the fast actions are. Let's see.
And you can still attempt to retreat if you want. Just you have to
Yeah.
succeed on a mobility roll or take a free.
I don't want to risk it, because if I take a free, then I'm dead.
Potentially. You do have a bit of armor from the suit, and it would be attacking unarmed now, so.
I'm gonna go for it.
Alright. Roll mobility. Try to run away.
Come on.
Make sure I don't get any pluses to mobility. Nope. Okay.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ.
So
It's
first,
almost a Yahtzee.
first we have to go over the panic. So roll a d6. And what's your current stress level?
Nope, sorry. Current stress level is 2.
Okay, so that's 5. You are keeping it together. And you
so good.
run the hell out of there. Let's see. What are
He gets 3
stunts?
things. Give 1 success to another PC in the same situation as you. Gain a +1 modifier to a later skill roll relating to that one, or you can impress somebody.
And you've got 3 of those. So you could do 1 of each. You could do 3 of the same.
I'll do 1 of each.
Okay.
Wait, no, could you list them again?
You can give a success die to another PC in the same situation as you. So that would be Erin. Is also in engaged range because she was right behind you.
Okay, I'll give a success to her.
So you have an automatic success mobility to run away from this guy if you want, Erin, when your turn comes.
Okay.
You get a +1 modification to a later skill roll relating to this one. So just make a note of that somewhere. We'll call it +1 mobility to disengage, because we'll remember what that means.
Okay.
And who would you like to impress?
Corky or Eric.
All right, the
Oh,
captain.
the captain.
Captain is
Yeah.
impressed as you dip, duck, dive, and dodge your way out of danger. And yeah, that's a good spot to move to. Awesome. Good job. You guys are rolling pretty good. Pretty good. That brings us to our other doctor. So I'm gonna go ask Alice. That's your name, right?
Yes.
So as Corky dips past you, the shrieking synth so mad and flailing its arms, what would you like to do?
I don't have a weapon and I'm a coward. I'm gonna stand back
Okay.
and cower.
You can move further back if you'd like.
Yeah, I would definitely run run back this way a bit.
We're playing
Alright.
leapfrog.
I just see it, and I start running the opposite direction.
Right away. Right on. And our corporate agent, Aaron Noble. What you got for this beast?
Does it matter? Does it matter if it's the fast action first or
Nope, doesn't
Like
matter.
that.
You can use them interchangeably.
okay? And fast action, I'll go ahead and pull my weapon, the knife I purposely put on the outside of my suit when we suited up last session.
Makes sense.
And yeah, it wouldn't do me any good inside the suit. Yeah.
You know. Well, never
God.
mind.
I'm gonna go ahead and do close combat attack.
All right. Make your close combat roll.
No dice status.
Nope. You swing, but as the synth flails around, your blade can find no purchase.
I just gotta be right back. I want to run this milk upstairs.
Yep, no problem.
If I push, what does
Take another panic or another stress point, and you roll all over again.
Would you like to push the roll? All you gotta do is click that push button. That shiny,
I'm gonna-
bright, obviously brighter than the rest of the UI elements.
I like the shinies? And I mean, the character has a Rolex watch because that's apparently our standard in the future.
Oof, mighty close on that panic, but you did manage to succeed. What's the damage rating on your weapon? Sorry, you're muted?
Sorry, it's a 2.
All right. So, I'd say Corky and Alice are pretty well out of line of sight, but Aaron and Eric are both going to take an additional point of stress. But there is good news. The reason why you're getting that point of stress is you get a bit of a fright as your blade does indeed find purchase in a critical area, and the synth basically just folds up on itself, just auto shuts down and does that horrific eyes wide and mouth wide, get, and I threw my fucking headphones off and just
Nice.
basically folds up on the ground. End combat.
Wasn't scared for a second. Ow.
But Corky is continuing to bleed and will need medical attention ASAP. So,
Doctor. Give me the news.
I got a bad case of needing you.
Guess I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to the first aid
Aaron's
kit.
gonna run right back to where Corky is, where the first aid kit is.
Good place.
How's your medical? I have
I
a
have
high
no-
empathy.
I have no medical, but a 5 empathy.
Okay, so we both would have the same roll, so it does not matter, I guess, unless it matters if you actually.
I would say pick one of you who will aid the other.
I'll aid her because she probably has less stress than I do.
I mean, does Alice the doctor have any medical?
She's not that kind of
Good
doctor.
question.
Not that kind
might.
of doctor.
I have 1 medical with 3 empathy. I should be coming down the ladder now.
Can I aid
I have
them
1 medical
over
with
the-
2 empathy.
You can only
Me.
get aided by one person.
Me and Aaron is a better choice. Actually, yeah, I have 3 stress, so you might
Yeah.
want.
So do I. Does it?
Oh, you have 3.
Go ahead. Yeah,
All right, I'll roll.
because I.
All right. All right. The captain manages to staunch the bleeding, and you are currently stable, but probably in a lot of pain.
Yeah. So do you think that was the one live blip that Mother saw?
Synths wouldn't read as life forms to Mother.
Oh, so
She doesn't consider them life forms.
All right, you guys continue on. I'll be back here. Like, I'll follow behind, but
And
someone else take the lead.
right as you're getting your way back to the opening of the elevator, the doors open and there's Butch,
Butch.
who has no idea what
Butch.
just happened, other than
What's going on? I heard a bunch of shouting.
Yeah, I got an axe driven through my arm.
And you just see
An
like the whole front of him covered in blood.
Yep, right here. Yep.
Can I try and seal the atmosphere on his suit?
Yep. You're a roughneck. You do this all the time. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You keep duct tape handy and you slap it on.
Thanks, Butch.
Does he not need fix
you'll
a suit?
you'll have to get checked for space flu when we get back to the ship.
Yeah, no problem. Should I? Yeah,
Alice,
I'll do that.
you want to take Corky back to the ship? Get him checked out by the dock.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. What do you say, Alice?
All right, so who's going back to the ship?
Alice.
Yeah.
Do you want to take me back to the ship?
I guess, but if you start dying, I can't help you much.
I won't start dying.
You sure?
Yes.
You positive that thing was scary?
Yeah, that thing was scary, but it's dead now.
Yeah, but it chopped you.
Yeah, but this bleeding's been staunched, and you know.
For now.
Okay, does anybody else want to take me up to the ship?
I mean, I'll do it, but if you start dying, I can't help you very much.
So if I start dying, it's all your fault.
As the elevator doors close on them. So, Butch, are you staying behind or are you going back up?
I can stay behind, I think. I think that's where I'm more needed.
I don't know. If they were going to get attacked a lot, we're going to need everybody who isn't injured. That's willing to fight. And now we have a fire axe that we can use as a weapon.
Yeah, well, let's get the pilot back on the ship and ready to pilot.
So it does.
All right, so what we'll do here is, let's see, which blip is which. You two are going back up, and now we've got Booch. All right, so you should all be able to see and move your tokens. And just go ahead and show me roughly where you're going. Like I said, map positioning's not ultra important in this.
Oh, we're gonna go back
very
this
loose.
way.
Okay. I'm following behind.
And then creep up.
Did you look into the room on your other side?
I'm not going over there. I didn't get taxed, so that was enough for me.
Okay. You tell me which
I'm going to
room
pick
go
up
into.
the axe. Does Butch have a weapon?
I have a maintenance jack, which is like a big wrench.
Can that break?
Mm.
Well, it's
Never hit
meant to be
anybody with it.
used on heavy machinery, so like anything can break with the right amount of force, right? But like probably not really. It'd take a lot to break it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hand Aaron the
How much damage
axe.
does it do?
My sheet says 1/1, whatever that means.
You might want this. It does an extra point. Done.
Okay, I mean, you
Does
want
2
that little
damage,
knife?
no bonus.
The axe does 2.
Eh,
2 damage.
you can have the knife.
All right, I'll take the axe.
Yeah, my knife does 2 damage. The axe does 2 damage.
I've
You
got
said-
my gun, and I grabbed the harpoon out the wall. Well, I try to anyway.
I'd say with a little bit of Jimmy, and you can get it free.
I reload the harpoon gun and
Maybe.
put it on my back. And I say, maybe you guys should go first. Since you have the melee weapon.
All right. What are we looking for? I missed everything that was going on.
There was a live... Somewhere on this floor to the north, there's a life sign of some sort. Got
Okay.
attacked by a synth, and
Is
Corky took an axe wound.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Aaron's
That's the
gonna
first time
fly
I've
over
ever heard of a
that
synth
and
attacking somebody.
There.
wait, so is the atmosphere breathable?
Yes, there is a breathable atmosphere inside the station itself.
I was about to say, if there wasn't and there's still a life form.
No, we just went with the suits for caution.
No, I know that. I was just wondering if, like, when Corky's suit got breached, if it kill him.
Checking over the synthetic. Do they have anything on them that
It just had the axe and its clothing. And it's covered in a mixture of blood, both human and synthetic. Corky was not the first human to be attacked by that synth.
Guess I'm gonna move over here. Keep an eye on this hallway as we move up.
So, synths attacking other synths is crazy. It's unheard of to hear of synths attacking humans. Like, it's so seldom and rare. Like, that would be a catastrophic error that all these synths would go through. So, whoever... And this is for the whole group. Whoever has the highest Comtech roll, go ahead and roll that with a +1.
Probably Aaron.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have 0.
I've got 2 wits and 1 comtech.
I think you're muted, Jules.
Yeah.
I
got
have 5
4
wits and
5 wits and what?
2 Comtech.
I have the same 5 wits.
Well,
2
is it just
comtech.
Yeah, that was 3.
4 wits. Oh, it's not me. I thought Doc said anybody.
Yeah, anybody can. Whoever's got
So
the highest, though. I don't want everybody to roll.
I've got 4 wits, 2 Comtech, and then an additional +2.
I got 7 as my base roll.
Then you're. Does he still get the plus?
Yeah.
And yeah.
I guess it's Joey. Come on, Corky.
All right. So 2 to add.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's the...
So as
Golden-
you're waking your
Golden.
way up to the ship, like, you've never been attacked by a synth before. That's crazy. Like, I mean, you've heard tales, like occasionally a synth will kind of go buggy after suffering some damage or something. But to have this many synths basically lose their minds, this it can't just be something as simple as they all suffer damage or something like that. This has to be something malicious at play. Like some type of maybe virus that their code was subject to, something like that, that would make them all kind of in, the rarity of this happening to one, let alone many all at the same time. It's too many coincidences. Like somebody made this happen for sure.
Perhaps that signal.
Yeah, Thog, what does it mean if I got a 6 on a stress die?
Nothing, it's just an extra success.
Okay, cool. I'll relay my findings on comms. Or not my findings, but my revelations.
All right, so whoever's taking point, show me where you're moving.
I've got my gun ready. And I creep around the corner, just enough to see down the hallway, ready to bug out if I have to.
Yeah, I'm right behind him.
And Aaron hanging back a little bit.
So are we making the guy with the gun? Yeah, are we making... Yeah, I'll be behind Butch, because I killed one.
All right. Who among the three of you are using flashlights?
I definitely am.
I mean, I've got the one on my head on. I might have my high beam in one hand and the gun in the other.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I guess if I got a fire axe, I'm two-handed it.
For the high beam flashlight users, let's do a power supply roll. So the high beam flashlight's got a power supply rating. And you're going to roll that many d6s.
I've got to figure out how many.
But it is.
If you need me to, I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, because it doesn't say on page 133, it just lists weight. Maybe it's underneath the...
Yeah, it just gives the weight. I don't see a power supply.
Yeah, we'll skip it for now then. Hey, what's up, Cap? Yeah, it's a 6 on a stress die. It's just showing you, like, it's a good thing you're stressed, because otherwise you wouldn't have gotten this extra success. It doesn't do anything special just because it's on a stress die. So keep in mind that if any of you are feeling a little too stressed out, you can always take a moment to interact with your signature item to relieve your stress.
Oh, that's a good point. I think I'll make a note to do that when I get back to the ship.
I can't. My signature item's back on
sometimes it's back on the ship, but I just wanted to refresh memory that that's what that's used for.
Thanks for reminding me.
Once per session, you can do that.
I'll give it a few bobbles when I get back to the ship.
You can lower your stress by 1. We'll factor that in.
Sweet.
Just thinking about it makes you feel better. And hearing,
Hell yeah.
hello, my name is Nalekiel.
It's got a little voice box in it.
Runs on an old watch battery.
Good
All right.
old CR 2032s.
You shine your light into the administration offices, and it's basically split into 3 areas. The 2 side areas are kind of like sub-offices, and then the main director's office is at the very north. And there's kind of a little observation window in there. So because it's still daylight, there's a slight bit of ambient light coming in, not much. But as you shine your flashlight through and you're looking around, it's a scene of total disarray. Like, something definitely happened in there. There's shelves knocked over, desks pushed to the side. Something pretty wild happened there. There's blood on the walls and floor. But you don't see anybody initially.
All right, I'll move right there.
All right. If you're looking from there, you can make an observation roll.
Anybody helping?
Yeah, I can help you.
Oh yeah, it'd help. Either one.
Just a +1. Is that with the +1 from the help?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you're scanning the room and you don't see anybody alive in there. There's a few obvious corpses, but you don't see anybody alive.
Hey, Butch, you want to take point on this? I'll back you up.
Sure. Well, what exactly am I looking for?
A synth, a smash.
Someone breathing?
All right.
Yeah. But
I'll follow right behind him.
we're looking for the
You keep cutting off for me, Jules.
Yeah, I think your noise gate might be a
Oh,
little
sorry.
aggressive, or Windows might be trying to turn your shit down again.
Sounds more
Yeah.
noise gatey than.
just say. Okay. She would just say we're looking for the life sign up here, that's all.
All right. So, fire axe at the ready. I guess I can open the door.
All right. Go ahead and give me a heavy machinery roll +1, because you're gonna have to use your maintenance jack to manually open the door.
Okay.
Can I help?
He's already getting a. Well, yeah, you could do an additional +1 to help. Sure.
So +2. I'm gonna push that.
All right. There you go, and you get yourself a stunt. So let's see, what are the options for heavy machinery stunts? Probably very similar to other ones. You get a +1
Yeah,
on
probably
an initial roll.
+1, or you can do it the same thing. You get
Yeah, I never
automatic.
have. I never have to roll for this again. I think is probably.
All right,
one
we'll
of the
do that
options.
one then.
Sure. I can just open these stupid doors without them.
Slide the doors open with ease, and as I said, there's kind of a short hallway there. At the end of that, it's just kind of piles of debris, like bookshelves have been knocked over, storage shelves knocked over. It's just an absolute mess in there.
Okay. I make my way in, axe held high.
All right. And as you're closer, scanning around, put your flashlight you see something kind of shine underneath one of the shelving units that's toppled over, and you see that there's somebody under this big heavy shelf. It just kind of collapsed on them.
No.
So that's
Hey.
probably the life sign, because you can see like a very, very slight bit of movement from the body as well, like maybe a muscle twitch, something like that. The up and down of their breathing kind of strained against the weight of the shelf.
Okay. Skipper, there's a body there. I think they're moving.
Gonna see if I can check for a pulse.
You're going to have to move the shelf before you do anything. So that is going to be a strength roll. And I assume
I can
with
help.
help.
Or I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover him with just in case anything swirly happens. I'll have my
All right, I'll roll strength.
+1.
I'm gonna push that.
Yeah!
And I have a special thing. I can push it twice. There we go.
There it is. Fucking thing! Gah! It must have been wedged against the wall somehow between that and the tile. You jerk it free and slide it to the side. And sure enough, there is a man in Weyland Yutani security uniform. He has, handcuffed to his wrist, a black matte briefcase with red tape around it.
Oh, it's fucking
Arthur.
Omicron or whatever the fucking...
Arthur.
So you kind of roll him over. You begin checking his vitals. He is in very rough shape. He needs medical attention. I'm not going to make you roll for this. It would probably be prudent to have the medical doctor come down to supervise his transport because, you know, he could have a broken neck, something like that.
Yeah. Can we make a litter out of like broken shelves or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. I'd say there's enough materials around. You could cob job something together. You got duct tape.
Sure. I'll start working on that.
You said make a litter?
Yeah.
What's that?
Stretcher.
Okay.
Do you think like litter box?
I don't know. I've
Or
just
rubbish.
never heard that word before.
Hang on,
I'm
let me
gonna.
look at- Sorry, it's my southern upbringing showing itself. Yeah, stretcher. Medevac litter.
Okay. Yeah, I've just never heard that word before, so it's curious.
There you go.
Yep.
So, Dr. Niles, are you going to go down to assist?
Are Alice and Corky back yet?
Yeah. If you want, I'll let you make a medical aid roll for him to quick stitch him up. It wasn't a critical injury, so there's no like major damage to be dealt with. You just gotta basically stitch him up, staunch the bleeding, clean him up. Yep, and you got yourself a stunt out of that deal too, so I'm not sure what stunts are available for medical aid, but
Stitch your initials into his arm.
there you go.
I don't think there is stunts for that one.
Yeah, there might not be. Not all of them do.
Okay, they get the health points back to the number of successes he got.
Oh, nice. So you get your 2 hit points back. You got that, Joey?
Yeah, I get the 2 hit points back.
Yep.
Okay, it says a person whose health is dropped to 0 is broken. If you apply medical aid skills to them and your roll succeeds, they get back on their feet and immediately recover a number of health points equal to the number of successes you roll.
So while he wasn't broken,
Sweet.
I think it still applies. That's how I'll rule it anyway. I'm probably wrong.
Perfect. Because I lost only 2 HP, so...
So yeah, he gets you a juice box and a sugar cookie, and we'll get your blood back up. You're on
Give him
light
some
duty for now.
painkillers.
Yeah.
You stay in the med bay.
And Alice
Yes,
is
sir.
there to keep an eye on him if he needs anything. All right.
I'll then take Alice's suit, I guess, and head down.
Mm-hmm.
They need you.
And
Alright.
I'll bring emergency supplies.
Smart.
Oh yeah, it says there's a med kit here on the map. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'll rip that thing out of the wall then.
Yeah, by all means.
Cool.
So yeah, it looks like whoever this man is was tasked with handing off probably directly Arthur to someone in the crew, probably the captain.
Yeah, this looks to be the head of security that was tasked to hand it off to captain or agent.
What do we do about the box?
I'll take it.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's handcuffed to him. I can break a handcuff with the maintenance jack.
Go ahead and pat him down to see if we can't find keys for the handcuffs first.
I'll let you take care of that.
These handcuffs are an electronic lock, and you can find no key by which to release them.
Can I do the 2 wrench trick and try and break them apart?
Sure. But I would say doing that, you might risk further injury to him. You might want to wait.
Yeah, I don't want to risk that then. I do have a cutting torch. I don't want to burn him either. I'll save that for...
Kind of depends on how the handcuffs are. Is there a
Yeah.
chain?
Yep. You know, pretty standard to what you'd see somebody with something. It's kind of a long chain. Well, not super long, but long enough that it's not going to be like banging off his shins and what have you.
All right.
Can
I'll leave
you
it for
please
now
add-
unless... I'll leave it for now unless I get ordered to.
Yeah, before the doctor comes, Aaron would actually request if he can't break the chain.
Okay. He just shrugs. Sure. And I'll try and break the chain.
All right. We'll do a heavy machinery roll just because you're using
Heavy.
the jack and another wrench. Closest thing.
No modifiers?
No modifiers.
Oh.
Crack. Chain snaps.
All yours.
Thank you, sir. She'll go ahead and take the item and just hold it in her hand. She's not going to open it.
Just as Dr. Niles arrives. Say the patient laying unconscious on the floor. Without even examining, you know he's suffered some kind of head injury, which is probably why he's unconscious. Looks like the shelves fell on him. Knocked him out.
Can I roll medical aid to see, like, if he's safe to move?
Yep. Go ahead and roll it. Once you've got the stretcher done, basically, and you take a few precautions, you should be able to get him safely aboard the ship.
Okay.
Likely he'll remain unconscious for a while.
Is he in dire need of, like, meds right now, or?
Oh yeah, you got to get him onto the ship and start working on him.
He needs a dewormer. Wink, wink.
Would my I don't know how to say this.
Yeah, copy paste.
Metaxenoball?
Yeah.
Ill-advised.
What is
You're
that?
not sure what it would do.
Okay.
Probably something not great for the patient.
Okay, so not quite that desperate yet.
And we've got all the cargoes on the cargo elevator.
Yep.
I don't know.
So, with all the other things that you would have been gathering while they were exploring a bit, I would say You've got all the classified items, and then about 66% of the rest of the cargo.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want
I
to
can
look for
start-
anything else.
Nope. While they're doing this, Erin's gonna jack into the terminal over here and see if there's anything her corporate ID can unlock or find.
Make a Comtech roll.
Okey doke.
Does the security officer have like a firearm or anything on him?
He does. He has a shotgun.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna take that and sling it over my shoulder.
All right, roll your d6. Ooh, boy.
Nope.
That's a panic.
Ah, computers!
Uh-huh. I
So what-
drop the item, whether by stress or realization you're all gonna die. I drop a weapon or an important item. The GM decides which one.
And your stress level increases by 1.
Okay, upped.
What'd she drop?
It's his choice.
She dropped her corporate access card,
No!
and it fell between the floor grates. Ding.
Oh god, oh, it's one of those floors.
I used my calming presence to reduce her stress by 1.
Thank you. Do I now realize I dropped that?
Oh yeah, you saw it happen. Maybe you thought
I
you
think we
heard
all
something
did.
behind you. You're on high stress levels. You just and you just happen to fumble Rooski and fuck.
I think we all saw it happen.
Ting. Just went
I
right
just smirk.
right between the grates.
I just smirk.
Oh no, no, get that smirk off your face because this is actually important for us.
Well, did it?
This is
How big's
you're-
the space under the floor?
This is how you're gonna get information after this.
I got a cutting torch. I can cut a hole. You can stick your hand in there. But if it fell more than like a foot, you're not gonna be able to reach it.
I'm gonna go look down the grate with my flashlight.
I
See
will
how
try
deep it goes.
anything.
About a foot and a half down, you see it resting on top of some ventilation duct.
You want me to cut it, Captain?
Cutting will take time.
How much
You and Aaron
time?
stay back and try to get that. We're gonna take this guy to the ship, and I'll come back.
Okay.
How much time does it take to cut?
Let's see.
Actually, I'm
your
gonna-
Roughneck would know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna amend that. While they're doing that, I'm gonna take the heavy lifter and load the stuff onto the ship.
Okay.
Because really, you just got to cut a hole big enough to fit your hand through. I would say 15 minutes.
Okay.
And Captain, when you leave, I'm gonna give you the Arthur package.
Yep. I'll put it between the guy's feet on the
Per
stretcher as we take him out.
per company protocols, you, Captain, are to remain in custody of that until it is taken from you by a superior from the company.
Okay, then
Like,
it's mine now.
it should be handcuffed to your wrist, but that ship has sailed, so you have to keep possession of it all times. You're bringing that to the bathroom with you.
Yep, got it. I'll make something. I'll make a freaking knapsack or put it in a backpack and wear it on my back forever.
I mean, she can take it back after, maybe.
No, you can't. You're not a superior. Company policy.
But am I superior in the company against you? Anyways, that's something to debate later.
Well, his standing with the company is basically nil, like, compared to yours. You're actually you're kind of in charge in the sense of, is it the company? He just runs the ship. It's his ship.
Yeah, they'll debate later.
Yeah, I think Windows might be doing something with your microphone. Like
Yeah.
it just keeps making you gradually lower and lower and lower and lower. It might be Discord too, automatic attenuation, something like that.
I turned all of those off, but that doesn't mean it didn't fuck up.
I can turn you up a little more on my end, but I don't have too much wiggle room there.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So I would read that in that they would want somebody who isn't on the ship to take it from us. Because if they told me that I had to keep it, why wouldn't they just have her keep it? Doesn't make sense.
The only reason he's taking it is because she's staying behind to get her card. That's all. She doesn't want to keep it while she's fucking around with the grate and the Roughneck.
But
She
I
wants
thought
it.
when we got the mission, they told me to get it from the security guy, not you.
That's correct. The captain of the vessel takes
So
possession.
why would they make the captain give it to somebody who outranks him in the company if they had an agent on the ship?
That's
Because-
a really good question.
Because you're in charge of the ship. You're the
Yeah, so-
ranking officer of the ship. So while it's
So
on the
she ain't
ship,
getting
you're
it
in
back.
possession of it.
She
Okay.
ain't getting it back until we're
That's
off the ship.
fine.
That's the way I'm gonna read it. Because if they wanted you to have it, they just said take it.
I'm not
So-
gonna cause
Well,
too
and
much fuss.
you haven't communicated with the company yet either, so you have
We'll
no
see.
idea where it is you're even supposed to take it at this point.
All right, I'll go with the dock and get this guy out of there.
All right. Between the two of you, easily done. You take your time, go as gently as you can. Patient stays stable the whole way, and you get him to medbay, no problem. So now I get to ask for a power supply roll for the cutting torch, because that I know for sure has one.
Okay.
I believe it has a power rating of 5.
Let me check to see if there's notes.
Yes, when fully charged.
Okay.
Is the
I'd
power
assume
supply
he'd
level.
keep it fully charged, so
Yeah, me too. So, how's
So roll
this work? 5d6?
roll 5d6. All right. So you rolled a 1, which means that your power rating is now 4.
Okay.
Makes sense? So
Gotcha.
it's kind of just tracking the battery discharge. So if you had rolled, higher than that, you'd be burning through a lot more juice. But, what you're cutting through isn't especially difficult, and, you've got the means by which to do it. You're doing it in a smart way, not taking too much time with it, but you're only cutting parts that you absolutely need to cut, and you're going to just brute force the rest of the way.
Yep.
So go ahead and make a heavy machinery roll. I think that gives you a
Alright.
+2.
With the cutting torch? I don't know. I didn't
just
mark
take
any of this
just
stuff.
take +2. We'll
Okay.
go with that for now. All right, and you managed to successfully cut a hole through.
Okay.
I adore you right now.
All right.
All right, so who's going to reach down and grab the card?
I mean, I guess I will unless she stops me.
Is there anything like agility or anything that we're gonna need, or?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna instinctually reach for it because I'm not thinking much of it.
Okay.
She's like wincing.
You reach down into the hole. You kind of got to twist your arm a little bit to make your way around some, electrical ducts and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you grab the card, pull it up and out.
All right, I hand it over.
Wait, there's electrical ducts in this game?
Tons.
Yeah. Maybe a wrist strap is prudent.
Wallet chain.
One of those
Absolutely.
lanyards that retracts.
I absolutely owe you one. Thank you.
Staple it to your forearm.
She's going to get a medical procedure from creepy Dr. Niles to have it implanted in her arm like an RFID chip.
Don't you dare tempt him.
Okay.
Creepy Dr. Niles.
You're gonna end up like making hot water for fucking coffee and tea before you know it.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm in the loader moving the stuff to the ship.
Okay. So, Aaron, do whatever it is you're gonna do. This place creeps me out, and I want to leave.
I'll give you one more attempt to see if your company ID can unlock any additional information.
Fuck. Okay. What do you want me to roll? Comtech?
Comtech.
Ah, it's wireless. Can I stand over something that doesn't have a...
I'll
Yeah,
say
I'll stand
you
under you with my hands cupped.
cling it tenaciously with your buttocks.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Let's see. And you're going through this pretty quickly, so you are going to learn that the station's sensors picked up another craft just before communications went dark.
Right, which I knew from upstairs. Okay.
So whatever that craft was likely caused at least some, if not all, of what's happening here.
Yeah, because we also caught wind of it, but we were supposed to intersect with it. Nothing's happened. I'll talk to Butch about it while I'm putting everything away so we can fucking get out.
And one more thing. I want to make sure I'm using the right term. If it was indeed something in one of the labs had gone wrong that had caused the initial explosion, it was in the acoustics lab.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming is on the lower decks that are no longer here.
Yeah, considering it's not on our map.
One more piece of information that you learn is the head of security is the sole survivor. Because they all kind of have implants to track vitals and things like that. The rest of them are just dark.
Right. Do I get, like, his company file or anything like that?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so I can find out his name, date of birth, give him a nice present, find out what he fucked up to end up here. Yeah, cool. Transfer that to my device and ready to fuck off, Butch?
Yes.
We gone.
All right. We book it back to the elevator, ladder, whatever it is, and get out of here.
All right. As you're making your way back to the elevator, let's see. I didn't give myself permission on those. I got to use the other screen. Let's see. Eric is no longer there. He went back to the ship. So it's Butch and Aaron. And right about as you make it to here, you both hear the elevator doors open. And that's where we'll call it a session.
Fuck.
Oh,
Nice.
So that'll be fun.
Let me just write down that I have a shotgun before, before next
Yes.
session.
Yep, definitely
I
make
don't-
note of that.
I don't know why my microphone's doing this. There's only one thing.
Obviously, it's because of your grievous sins.
Absolutely.
It's Windows.
Have you tried praying to the Omnisire?
Yeah.
The
Look at
real
this heretic,
question
doesn't
is,
even know the ancient relics and oils.
have you tried shitting all over the carpet?
Well, obviously.
Just keep restarting it till it works.
Yeah, who knows? We'll get it sorted out. I'm not too worried about it.
There's an advanced voice activity thing that's grayed out, but I also can't turn off. Like, what the fuck?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe just need a restart or something. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Goofy stuff. All right, so that was our second session. We got a little taste of combat this time. Sorry, Corky, you were the first in the line. It's nothing personal.
I should have known better.
I'm glad it was you. I only have 2 hit points.
Yeah.
I'm tiny.
If it was Aaron, she would have gone down.
Oh
So
yeah,
that
but
extra hit point makes
I'm
all
the
the
pilot.
difference.
I'm super important though.
I'm also a pilot.
Well,
Just
she's
saying.
pretty important too. Without her, you don't get your bonuses.
It's true. She would have just been unconscious. She would have been fine.
Think of all the bobbleheads you're going to be able to buy with your bonuses. Hazard pay? You better
I only need
believe.
one bobblehead.
I just want to sit down with my dog and de-stress.
I actually can pilot. Fuck yeah! Fuck it, I'll be the pilot. Let's go.
So
What's
as
your piloting?
1,
It was mine. What's your agility?
3.
Got you beat.
that's not too bad. That's still pretty good.
No, it's good in a pinch.
Yeah. So next time, probably early in the session, we'll go over and do XP distribution and stuff like that. I think it's supposed to be like every session, but I'd rather do it in like chapters that make sense more than that. Which will probably be like every other session or so. We'll go through and do XP and stuff.
I wonder if we'll get enough to do something.
You might.
I'm curious as to what that's going to be, what that's going to look like.
Yeah. So you might be able to get yourself more skill points, talents, things like that.
Cool.
Because there's no level system. You just increase your stats and things like that. Which is pretty neat. Makes it a little bit more personal to everybody. So, we'll go through, do our favorite things and shout outs. And we'll start with the good Dr. Niles. Tripp?
My favorite part is probably the synth saying the trick is in the timing. Because it's... I know you've said that somewhere else recently, but I can't remember where.
Well, that's trick, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's
It's all
in
about the timing.
All in the timing. Right on. What about you, good Captain Frobot?
I have 2. One, Joey didn't die.
Hell yeah.
I would have
Hey,
felt
yeah.
so horrible if he died when I told him, hey, if you want, you can come off the ship and die.
Hey,
It's
guy,
like
come
the
off
red
the
shirt
ship.
on
We'll
the
have a
away
great
team.
time.
Gets off the ship, immediately dies.
That would have been horrible.
He is wearing red. Look at that.
Yep.
All right.
And I got to shoot an axe out of somebody's hand, which is always cool.
Hell yeah. Those stunts are pretty awesome, man. Like they definitely give a lot of flavor to the game. I'm a big fan of it personally, like the whole mechanic of it. I
Yeah, I
think
was
that's
looking.
great.
I was like, I don't really want that one. I
Yeah,
guess I could have done more damage, but I was like, I don't want people to die.
it's
Yeah,
very
and-
City of Mist.
Yeah, for sure. And I could see, like, once I'm a little more comfortable, I could probably come up with my own, for situational things like, hey, if you wanted to do this instead, but I'll get a little
Yeah, I
more
gotta
comfortable with the system first.
I got to figure out what I can do with command other than what the book says.
And, stunts, it kind of incentivizes you guys to take your own notes as well, because if you don't remember, I'm not going to remember, so. But you've also got Jules, our resident note taker.
Shout out Jules.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a question.
Sure.
It's too late to do it now, but I'm just curious for the future. So when she panicked and dropped her thing, could I have used my command roll to stop her from dropping it?
I'll have to look into that. Let me do a little bit of reading. I'll get back to you on that. It's possible.
Because it just says when another character makes a panic roll and loses control, you can make a command roll to return them to their senses. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I think that probably would override the panic. Like I said, let me just read it and I'll give you a
Gotcha.
definitive answer after. So Jules, what was your favorite parts?
The fact that Joey didn't die, fucking Boone, and Butch is now my personal hero. He is my new buddy.
It's like the bodyguard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're marked as my rival
Yeah.
or enemy or whatever it is.
Hey,
Oh, the
that's
irony.
okay too.
Yep.
Maybe you'll learn some experience from interacting.
Yeah. Hey, she did say she owed me, so we'll see.
I hate you, but damn it, I respect you.
All right, other Dr. Ammo.
Hi. Favorite part. It was kind of funny that she panicked and dropped the key card. That's pretty funny. I'm just picturing someone standing at, like, the equivalent of standing at a door with a set of keys and, like, furiously fumbling with the keys, trying to find the right one. It's, like, a very basic task.
Hey man, stress makes you do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I also liked the creepy synth screeching and running at us with an axe, and Alice is just like, nope! Bye!
Run away! But that's smart. You're playing your character. Makes sense.
Yep, she's a coward.
Oh yeah. All right. With the branded trucker cap, Libris.
Oh boy, let's see. I think my favorite thing was the pilot as the point man getting axed in the arm. That's always an ironic thing, because out of all people who probably shouldn't be on the away team, it's the pilot. In fact, I think I'm just gonna nail you into that chair. That's where you belong.
Just duct tape them to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it says fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys get to go on the away missions and get all the fun.
I
Ow, my
mean-
arm!
At least now, when
I didn't
tell him
say
to
those
stay,
words.
at least now I have a reason to tell him to stay.
He's just going to forever not
In
want to
character.
leave the ship. He's just going to stay on the ship.
The ship is my
Butch,
safe
these are
space.
all the points in your in his leg that you can bolt him to his pilot's without him suffering major injury.
Right on.
Creepy.
All right. The injured pilot, young Joseph, just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, some careless decisions led up to that. I'd say favorite parts was not dying, and then almost rolling a Yahtzee on that mobility.
Yeah, that was pretty
Ability
wild,
check.
man. That was a good roll.
It was.
The dice wanted you to live, man.
They did. And they wanted me to live. They wanted me to get out of there.
Well, you know what? It sounds to me like everyone did, so the dice were in agreement.
Yay.
So
Maybe.
I'm very happy that I didn't kill your character. Of course, I knew it was a possibility, but yeah. I'm always rooting for you guys,
At least not
despite
the
how
first
it may
combat.
seem. But yeah, I just wanted to say all around excellent job, everyone. It sounds like you're really getting the hang of the game and using the mechanics to their full benefit. You know, I didn't really prompt you guys to push rolls. You decided to do that all on your own. So just great job all around. Push those rolls, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're rolling like 8 dice, you get no successes. You gotta be like, come on.
Yeah. I gotta look at the percentages. But I think like 1 die is probably no success, but 2 die, I'm guessing, is probably somewhere around 10 to 15%.
There is a table in the book.
Oh, okay.
I think they do that if like I have to have, some kind of percent chance roll on the fly sort of thing. Like I give it, these odds sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, push hard, roll good, and that's what we'll leave you all with. So I should be good to go for next week, which is the 25th. That everybody presumably good?
Yep, same.
For lack of better knowledge? Excellent. Then we will be back in 1 week's time to find out who's in the elevator.
Oh, fuck this.
And on that note, we wave, we say goodbye, and we will catch you next time. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.